Hola, people. Oh, episode has got to be 15. We didn't look.
We didn't look.
Hey, wait. You know how Joe Rogan has his guy? He fact check. His name is Fingers. You're gonna be our Fingers. Hey, Fingers, fact check this.
I'm sure.
Actually, that's really not his name. That's just what Dave Chappelle called him, and then now I forget his name. I don't even know his name, but to me, it's Fingers.
15.
Episode 15. Bam.
That's where we are, people. Hello, how are you? Welcome to one more of our talks.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
That was not what I was gonna say, but I'll go with talks.
Okay. Welcome. What are you eating? What's good? Is that a
Protein bar. I'm hungry.
That's what I'm drinking. Buble.
Buble?
Yeah.
Hungry.
I just had tacos. Homemade tacos.
I'll have dinner. So
I would have brought you one.
I'm sure you would. Absolutely. Let's go with that.
All right. Hey, so, well, I'm not going to sing Chew the Fat.
No, that's still late. We're already talking here with people. We're already welcome them.
They're already
in. How's life treating you?
Life is great. Life is great.
Is amazing. You living the dream?
Woo! American dream.
The American dream. There you go.
Yeah.
That's all one needs.
That's it. That's
all one needs. Right.
No, everyone's doing fine.
Amazing.
People are healthy.
That's the most important.
What
are we here for today?
So you had an idea of, I want to know like where you were going with it, because I have a couple different avenues I can drive down.
Oh, okay.
And then some of them can maybe, is what I'm hoping, is going to be in the opposite direction of what you were really thinking, and then I can show you both sides.
Okay.
I'm really good at that. But on the scale or the weight, as a measurement, I think that's how I understood it. So you were talking about, I don't know if there was an example that you had, but about people weighing themselves. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, I think, yes, it does ring a bell.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Okay, go ahead.
I guess I meant, I guess the way that I meant was more in the way that people allowed their weight to dictate their emotions and actions.
Got you. Yes.
That's, I think, what I meant when I said, let's talk about that. Because I see a lot of people allowing that number, whatever that number is, and I'm guilty of it from time to time, to let it dictate your food choices, your behaviors, what you're thinking about yourself, be a measurement of success instead of being a measurement of your weight, what it is, right? Like it's simply because we're like, I feel like people think we are all static. We're not, like, we're like a picture, right?
Aesthetic.
Yeah, we don't change. We're like,
static.
Yes, we're static, right? We don't
Yeah.
change. We're like a picture. We take a picture, and what you see on the picture is never going to change.
Okay.
But even the picture fades, right? So even the picture changes. So we change with mood, with stress, with women, changes with cycle, sleep, whatever you ate yesterday and today, whatever you didn't eat. So if you went pooping or not, if you peed or not pee, like there's so many things, so many variables that can affect the number on the scale, that I think the number on the scale is a great way to see where you are, right? Like in the big picture. So let's say I ask for all people that work with me to go on the scale to measure themselves every day. right? Every day, first thing in the
Mhm.
morning, boop, boom, go to the scale. And that is not as a way to mess up with their mindset or to prove that they're making progress or not making a progress. That is a way to see the big picture. So if the protocol that we are applying to that person is causing them to consistently lose in the average of the weeks. So like, let's say they're 200 pounds, right? And they do 199, 198, 197, 200 pounds, 196, 201, another 194, right? So we grab the average of all of those numbers, and I don't know what is the average that's going to be by head, but it's
Right.
going to be less than the initial number 200. And that's
Right.
what I want to see. If the protocol is causing the total graph to go down, right?
Yeah. So you're trending down.
Correct. It doesn't matter what's happening here as long as it's like this.
Yeah.
That makes sense? So that is,
Yeah.
but usually when people see 200, 199, 198, 197, 200, 194, 201, those 200s, they get more attention and have more power than the 4 days or 5 days that the scale went down.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So there is
Yeah.
a lot of emotions that go in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. That's cool. You said that you weigh every day, because that was going to be one of my suggestions. That I totally get the emotional part, and then that's right now that's kind of like a mute point. That emotion that's on them. You're not portraying that what's on the scale determines how good or bad they are, right? You're just like, that's a tracking tool, one of them that you use, and we should do it every day. And part of it was like what was coming to me, kind of like accounting. So you have your budget for the month, or you know how much is in your bank account every single day. And for some, that's like an emotional thing. They have an emotional tie to money. So if they get their check deposited, so say you get paid, well, it goes up really high, but there's a lot of withdrawals that have to come out. So then it's going to go down. So I was correlating that, the scale weight, to like just doing accounting. So you just have to wake up in the morning. Okay, it is what it is. Here we go. And then over time, you may be like, some people, they may trend up. And then you're like, okay, if this continues to trend up, let's reassess. Like, what are we doing? Right. But on average, if people are doing the right things, a lot of people who are looking to lose weight have plenty to lose. There's even people who may like look in shape. They still have fat to lose. Everyone could, whatever. So the byproduct of them just doing the right thing probably will be some weight loss, fat loss for sure. Right. And so that was cool. I totally agree with the weighing every day.
Right.
And I have mine tracked out. So I'll go in seasons where I weigh every day and log it. And then in the off seasons or any whatever, I'll probably weigh at least once a week or a couple times for the month. And then when I log it, and then I can go back over the year and pull it up on the app, and it'll show the blueprint. So I can definitely see years, like for the 12 calendar month, where it's like went ding, 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 and then just skyrockets up.
Right.
And then I can look back, and it's like, I know where I was at that time.
Like,
okay. But it didn't happen in a day, but exactly, I love the tracking. Yeah.
Right.
I love the tracking of that.
Right. I think it's important. And I think it even helps people see the reality of things, because the big numbers, right? The up numbers, they do have a bigger weight emotionally and in the mindset, like it's like they kind of are there when the little numbers, the change, the numbers that go down, it's don't have the same weight, right?
Right.
And so people are, oh, this week I gained 3 pounds, right? But they say they gained 3 pounds because one day of the 7 days of the week, they weighed themselves and they were 3 pounds above the last time that they did it. But when you go for the whole week and you average it out and you see what happened, it actually was one day that spiked up because maybe last night they had drinks or they had a meal that had more carbs than they usually have, or they had more sodium that they usually have. And then what happened was on the next day, it went up.
Yeah.
And then everything went normal through the rest of the week. And in actuality, they actually trend down. Like the little trend went down. They finished it up the week weighing less than they did at the beginning, but they put so much attention to that number that was up that they're going to see the whole week as a not a great week or a failure week because there was one day of the week that was up.
Yeah. Also when a couple funny things too is when say they're weighing and the day before they ate great, say they followed the plan, and then when they wake up and they weigh themselves and they're like 1 or 2 pounds heavier or even the same, and then they're frustrated that they didn't lose any weight on the scale that day, but I did everything right yesterday,
right?
Like one day. Right. And then also the with emotion, to lose 2 to 3 pounds in a week, to lose 1 pound in a week, like that's progress. That's like irrelevant, but it is like code red when the scale goes up 1 pound. Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And I get it. However, over time, yeah, the trend will go down. If it continues to go up, then yeah, like let's look at it. But let's not freak out right now.
Right. So I think also there's the other side of the same coin that I feel like as a society, we are kind of like, we need to pay attention on our weight, right? There is a certain weight that is the right weight, a certain look that is the right one, that we're going to be prettier, and a certain height that we're going to be better, and a certain color of hair. So there is a certain box that we want to fit. And we kind of forget that we are individuals. So we are unique in our own beings. And if we all are fitting that certain number, it's illogical, right? A certain look, it's illogical. Because if I were to, me personally, if I were to weight the weight that is the ideal for society or for the regular, you are pretty patterns, I would be at least 10 pounds lighter than I am today. And when I was 10 pounds lighter than I am today, I particularly didn't thought I was as pretty, or as I didn't have the same confidence in my body that I have today. So we also, I think we all, as like men, women, all of us, we have to reassess what it means to be pretty or beautiful or confident and strong, and understand that sometimes, most of the times, what it is that it looks, that it's supposed to be like the number that we think we're going to be our best, it's not the best anymore. It changed, right? Like, because the season changed, because we changed, because our goals changed. So if I were to be 155 or maybe even 150 today, I would have to cut working out and eating drastically off my life, like drastically. Like I would have to cut a lot of food and a lot of working out, right?
Yeah.
And that is something that I don't want to do, because I like the way I look. But the number on the scale, sometimes I step it up and I look it up and I'm like, woof, you are heavy, dude. Like,
Buddy.
yeah, it's like, where are we going with this? It's starting to get worrisome. So we do have to adjust our mind to the reality that we are living, right? And the new person that we are, because once in my mind that number looked the ideal, and then I've changed my habits, my skills, my lifestyle, and with that the number on the scale also changed, and
Yeah.
I need to be in accordance and acceptance that that is okay, right? Like that
Yeah.
number does not mean that I am overweight. That number does not mean that I'm less worth it. That number does not reflect the person that I am. It's just a number that went up. And as long as I am healthy and I'm still happy with what I see in the mirror, that number is irrelevant.
Yeah. I think on like, so where you're at with that, a lot of people, yeah, just to be healthy, they may need to get their overall weight or body fat down. But then once you get to like, say they have their goal, like their number, what they think, even if they're not thinking looks wise, but they're thinking, the doctor said I need to lose 50 pounds,
Right.
150 pounds, right?
Yeah.
So they have their goal. They got it. They're doing the measurement, the metric of weighing, and then they're eating and whatever they're doing for the workout or exercise. So then they're losing the weight. Then they get to their goal, their 50 pounds, kind of like how I understand like what you're saying. So they may be healthier, and that's awesome. But what they thought they would look like at that number may be different in actuality. They may not even be happy. They may have been happy at losing 30 and like, Jesus, I'm pretty
awesome.
good. This is great.
Yeah.
They may continue, that's fine. But once they get to their goal and they're not stoked, however, you as like a professional or your coach, like, you know, they're healthier, their blood work and everything is healthier. Then like at that time, if they're wigging out too much, like about a number, some people like just mentally anxiety and everything is just like so overwhelming. If you took the scale away from those people, so say they hit their goal, they still have to track somehow daily, weekly, or monthly, like progressions, because then they're just back into like a free-for-all. It's like they still have to track something. Like you got to have a goal, like maybe progression in weights or I don't know. But like you can't just like not hop back on, because a lot of times when people get so overweight, it's because, oh yeah, I weigh 200 and they haven't been on the scale since like 180 because, well, they don't want to get on the scale anymore. So who knows where they're at.
Right.
So it's wild.
Right. And there is like, I understand that there is a lot of emotions, because I feel like we are made to believe like there is a whole culture of making us believe that we should weigh a certain way. Like even for dudes, they're like, oh, you're getting fatty. Like there is some getting soft on the middle. It's like that mess up. But it's like there is your ego gets like, oh, wow.
I mean, I have really good.
I was not expecting to hear that.
I have really good friends who will say, if they haven't seen you for a while, they're like, oh, have you seen your profile lately? Like, absolutely. They'll rag on each other 100%. And it's just like, oh, dang. I mean, maybe they are getting a little chubby. Maybe they better tighten up. But it's it goes farther than just the little play. Like to some people, they'll take that home. They'll take that home, and that's the only thing they remember.
Right. I don't think that, like, I feel like very strongly about joking with people about their looks. I think that's very rude. I think that's very out of touch. Like, it's 2021. You shouldn't be doing that. Like, people have mental health problems. Like, don't say, you don't know. Like, you don't know what type of shit is going on in their house.
You don't know.
Then you go and you just like, the person is hanging on by a thread and you're like, ooh, getting soft in the middle, bud. And they're like throw
Well,
themselves
that's
off the cliff.
that's what I mean, because like some of these guys and stuff, like no one has totally lost it, health wise. But when they say that to someone, like even someone who you wouldn't even think, who may be close to like losing it,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna be that one, that last little
Right.
straw, boom,
And
done.
why? Right? Like,
Yeah, for what? For why? Yeah.
that's right. Like, what is your gain on telling someone that they are getting soft in the middle, or that they gained a little, like a few pounds? Oh, you're a little heavier than the last time I saw you. Fuck you.
But maybe that would check them into place. Maybe they're like, oh,
It's like, what?
I saw
What are you like-
Karina.
or like the worst, like someone see a woman and like, oh, are you pregnant? What?
Hey,
Like,
congratulations.
no,
Congratulations.
shut up. Don't comment about other people's bodies. Don't. It's not your place.
Oh,
They've probably seen what you're seeing. You don't need to say anything.
yeah. Yeah.
It's dumb. So yeah, so there is this culture of, there is a certain look that we need to look.
Yeah.
And they put a ton of pressure in people. Like, I feel like people always want to be accepted and want to be part of the, even though everyone wants to say that they don't need to be part of anything. Everyone wants to be accepted and wants to be used as the person that everyone look up to.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
even if you're going against the norm, whatever the norm is, you
still want to be part of the norm.
You want to, or so say they're going against the norm. Now they want to be in the group that's like not normal. They're still trying to find like their group, like where are you accepted? Where are you championed? Right? Where are they going to acknowledge you? That's where we all want.
Everyone's starting to fit in. Right. So
Right.
you don't want to be in being judged by the way you look. It's rough. It's tough. Right.
Yeah.
It's like, because you already do that. Like, everyone does that already without any help. So
Why
we're
not?
always imagining that other people are thinking that about us.
100%. So I was just thinking, I was going to make a joke about my modeling career, but then I had no good punchline because I don't have a modeling career. But have you ever seen Bigger, Stronger, Faster? It's an old documentary. It was like about
I
steroids
think so.
and
Yeah.
a bunch of things. Well, anyway, so they have the models. Remember the old magazines like Muscle Fitness, Health,
Yeah.
or I don't even
Yeah.
think they used the word health back then. But anyways, they had the models and the fitness guys and girls in the photo shoot, and then the documentary was there. And so they were selling like Hydroxycut. These guys were like shredded and they like look great and they're doing the picture. Well, in this documentary, like they're pretty open about their steroid use and all the ins and outs like of the modeling agency. Like it's just brutal.
Uh-huh.
And then how they say, like this guy, he's basically saying like, well, I'm not saying that I don't take Hydroxycut or that I never have. I may have had this. So he's in for the photo shoot to do that. Well, anyways, that's like what they're selling that you're going to look like if you take this supplement, right? And that could be XYZ, wear these jeans, wear the whatever.
Right.
Well, those people were some of the, not even like unhealthiest, but like mentally, it's so draining because now if he looks, this guy looks awesome, but he may not think that he does, and he may not get a photo shoot if he doesn't part his hair the right way or something.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was wild. So that was all sold to look good, but it's all fake. Right. And I'm not saying everything out there is fake, but there's a lot of that stuff.
But then we open up the magazine and it's like, oh, if I take this, I'm gonna look like that. And it's like, no, you're not. You're gonna probably ruin your metabolism and your liver, but you're not gonna look like that.
I mean, I took Hydroxycut because I remember exactly that.
Did it?
Like this dude, yeah. She's like, geez.
I never looked like that though.
Nah, I didn't either. I must have got a bad batch. But I was 100% chasing that same thing.
Yeah. So I do believe that that's on us to, like, on us, not on, like, on us human beings as a community, as a supporter of each other, to not place that type of importance on something that's not really important, right?
Yeah.
I'm 100%, I 100% believe that you should not be unhealthy, that your markers of health should be good, right?
Yeah.
Like you should be healthy and take care of your health and look forward to live forever. But the number on the scale doesn't say that to you. It just say a number, right? Because when I was my skinniest, I was also my least healthy.
Yeah.
So the number on the scale says nothing about your health. It just says that you are that number. And besides all of that, how unimportant it is, besides being an agent of where you are on your progress or on your journey, when we die, no one's gonna say, well, she was a great person, she weighed 162, she was 5'6". It's like, what? No one's gonna care. No one's gonna even remember how much I weighed, or so, but we are open to and willing to do stuff that goes 100% against the things that we even believe, just because we want to reach that number. And that gets to our heads, right? Like, oh, but I'm still not 150. I need to be 150. That's the number that I want. I need 150. Oh, but you look so great. You're healthy, you're strong, and you're feeling awesome about yourself. No. I need 150. It's like, at what cost? At what cost you want to be 150?
And for somewhere, something has been planted in them that 150 number like is the number.
Meant something.
Right? So that's like what you have to find out.
Right.
And then I think the coolest people, the most like attractive and confident people, or because they are confident in, like, so say they're living a healthy lifestyle, they're working out, they're eating right, say they even weigh themselves, and but that scale is like in a non-emotional point, you can just tell that those people like walk with like confidence. They're just like, this is me, right? And I'm doing the best I can. I'm working hard. Yeah,
I'm
this
healthy,
is it.
I'm strong, I'm confident.
And those are the people that are, those are the authentic people that you want to clone. Like you want to.
Yeah, those are actually the people that are able to rinse and repeat every morning.
Yeah.
Right. Because their unity of measurement, it's not the number on the scale. That is just a number.
Yeah.
Right.
It is what it is.
The rest is what's really important. Did I work out today? Did I sleep good? Did I make the right choices in food and working out, in resting, and the things that I was thinking? And the number on the scale is like, oh, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah. So then like the number on the scale, if that's going up, more than likely you're tracking something else as well. So like if you're eating right, if you're not, if you're working out, if you're not,
right.
If the number on the scale is going up, and also your workouts are becoming, I don't know, more demanding, you're getting weaker, you're getting tired faster. Like that's a trend too, that like people who track, it's like, ooh, hey, something may be going on here. Am I actually sick, fighting something, or have I just like, oh, actually Netflix, I'm streaming some new season. I haven't been going to bed till midnight. Sorry. And then it's like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, let's just get back on track.
Yeah, for sure. So that's like where I wanted to touch, because I think that we all, like, I'm not excluding, as always, I'm not excluding myself of the problem. There are definitely days that I step on the scale and I'm like, that's no bueno. Like maybe it's time to eat a little less. You're getting chubby. Yeah. But then I work out and I start my day with like the right mindset. And I'm like, okay, you're doing your thing. You're following the process. Your foods are good. You're not stuffing your face with things that doesn't make sense. You're not drinking. It's fine. It's going to be fine. Something happened yesterday, probably, that it changed the scale today, and it's going to be fine. And if tomorrow it's trending up again, then it's time to do something. But if it goes back to normal,
Yeah.
then we're good, right? Because that's the thing. Like if it starts to trending up every day, like every day is 150, 151, 152, 153, 154. At the end of the month, you are at 165.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I think it's time to,
Yeah, we gotta check something out.
there's something here. But
Even when I'm
one
like,
day, right?
yeah, even like, so when I'll log like multiple times, I would weigh like twice a day and just to log it. So I would do my morning and then my night. And I would always see the difference. I would always like to see how much like I gained. And then like I knew when I go to bed, it's going to be back down to this other number. Nothing more than just to see it fluctuate, because sometimes when people start out in working out and they're like looking to lose weight, in the first like 1 to 2 weeks, people may gain weight. Like we have no idea their metabolism, if they're starting to eat completely different, whatever, like you can gain weight. I mean, maybe up to like 3 weeks, whatever, but like their metabolism, there's more than going on than just the scale, right?
Right.
And you need to know those numbers too. So it's like, okay, so the scale is going up. Well, I know what we're doing right now is good. We just need to keep riding this thing out.
Right.
You know, just keep logging it.
Right. What else is happening in your life that
Yes.
it goes beyond this? And
Yeah.
then that is like, oh, okay, there you go. We're sleeping 3 hours a night.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
it's the whole picture. But for sure, I do think that there is an issue with the scale, and a lot of people get frustrated because of it, and there's a ton of emotions, and then they're like already start the day like, oh, this is gonna be a stupid day. I hate this.
Yeah.
I'm
The
putting all
emotion
this
part
effort. Yeah.
is frustrating. I used to say like the scale weight is indiscriminate, doesn't matter. However, go weigh yourself. Like I would like, I've always just kind of had people weigh, and then even when I tell people, sometimes if it's just kind of what they want to hear, and I just don't want to argue anymore, it's like, stop weighing then, just stop.
Yeah.
And then even internally, I'm like kind of bummed out.
Yeah.
But you try to get them back on the track, and then somehow that mindset of like to eliminate the emotional part of it. But I agree. That's definitely a hot spot.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how much
It's
do I weigh?
Right. It's a hot spot, and it's an irrelevant hot spot because no one introduced themselves saying how much they weigh. So it's dumb. But it is a hot spot because we make it a hot spot.
Yeah.
Right. We place the importance, like all of us do that as a society. And once we stop putting the emotion there as a whole and stop judging people by how much they weigh and start judging them by their action, their humanity, their character, their drive, their focus, how much they're serious in regards to their health or not, then even though I don't believe it's our place to judge, but we do judge. Right. So once we all as a whole, as a community, stop placing the extra importance on the number and just be like, yeah, it's just what it is, because it's also a number that we made, right? Like if me that weighed 162-ish on Earth, I go to the moon and I weigh myself, the number is going to be different.
Right.
Right? It's not going to be at the same number. So that number is a kind of a made up number. Right?
Well, no, not as made up as time. Time is made up. Time completely made up. The only thing I say to that is because I definitely noticed, so like for my frame, when I hit around certain numbers, like my sleep is affected. So even if it's like muscle or fat, or I mean, there's a certain amount of what your body can hold on that frame to keep everything cooking and working correctly. Does that make sense? Whatever that number is. I mean, some people can get away with being way heavier and they still sleep, their blood work, everything is just like, oh no, you're, other than being that on the scale, you're great. And then other people have to work so much harder. So that part where the weight is indiscriminate, everyone has their number of what they can hold on their frame, and that's different for all people as
Right.
well.
Right. And that's another reason why comparing weights dumb.
Yeah, very dumb.
Like trying to reach a certain number is dumb, because
correct.
even people that are the same height and the same age and the same gender, they would still differ on how they look like on a certain weight.
Yes. Yeah, because
So-
one person can get away and
Right.
like literally have abs at a certain weight and even a higher body fat percent.
Right.
Someone else could like weigh way less, be way leaner, way less body fat, and you're not going to have. I mean, we all have abs, we all have core muscles. However, to see them is what I'm talking
Six
about.
packs. The six pack.
Six pack,
Yeah.
like that's
Right.
you kind of have no control over that, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's just different for everyone. So I agree. I like the weighing every day. Throw the emotion out the door.
Yeah. Just fuck it. Just weigh
Just
yourself.
move it.
Move it, fuck it, know that you're doing, and don't let, oh, I gained a pound, I'm gonna eat like a-hole today. Like,
Well, that's
Okay.
dumb. Stop it.
that's gonna
Stop
help
it.
you. Right, that's gonna help. Tomorrow, you're probably gonna be lighter because that was your choice.
Oh
Good job.
yeah. That
Right?
goes into our all or nothing
Right.
episode because they have that one cupcake.
I don't
Hey,
understand. I'm gaining
Yeah.
weight. I might as well just stop this and eat pizza and wings.
I've
Great
dieted.
choice.
I've dieted all day. I deserve all of this. Screw it.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what where I wanted to touch on, that I think it is on us as professionals to try and change and educate people, to show them that's not their important,
I like
but
it.
also as a society to stop placing the importance that we do and be like, oh, look at you. So that was it. That was what I wanted to
Done.
say about that.
I think it was great. Land the plane. Where are we at?
We'll end it. We're good.
United Trainers Association.
Yep. Sponsors of the
sponsors.
week, of every week, of the podcast.
This is We Are Stronger by Design.
We are strong by design. Strong.
strong.
We are
Stronger.
strongbydesign.com. In there, you're gonna figure it out. If know more about me and why I started this, and if you feel like it's right for you and you want to reach out and have a talk, I'd be more than happy to have a talk with you and explain a little bit more of how it's my philosophy of doing this thing. And I guess by the podcast, you kind of have an idea, but, and Willie Lee is United Trainers Association. If you want to
Yes.
learn a little bit more about health and wellness and how to improve your fitness on a more nerd scale, you can hit him up and he's going to help you with that, with education and using the code. What is the code?
Oh wait, that's for Chew the Fat. Chew the Fat is the 15% off here. I forgot all about that. Look at you.
Oh, Chew the Fat is the all caps, or it doesn't matter?
I don't think it matters.
Oh, I don't think it
I
matters.
think in the coupon it just makes it all caps. So just
Oh,
put
okay,
Chew the Fat.
okay.
If someone actually goes on there and does it and that didn't work, just reach out to us and I'll give it to you.
Yes, there you go. So Chew the Fat is going to give you 15% discount, which is an awesome discount because the course is already pretty good in price for the value that it gives you. And then we have food. We have
Food.
Mindful Meals.
Mindful meals. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, Orlando area, surrounding Orlando area. They deliver Mondays and Wednesdays. It's fresh food, not frozen. I don't know. It's good. You're so much better at I'll get better at presenting that stuff. But anyways, What's the code for that one? That one's United Trainers
United
Association.
Trainers Association.
Yeah.
And we
And
have
that'll get you 10% off every order.
right.
There you go.
And
Boom.
I have mine. It's Modify Health, modifyhealth.com. You can choose between low FODMAP and Mediterranean food. Mediterranean food is great for you to fix it up some fat levels, cholesterol, high cholesterol and low cholesterol stuff. Mediterranean and low FODMAP. It's if you have any sensitivity, have any, like you're feeling bloated with anything that you eat, not going to the bathroom in the way that you used to, start implementing a routine or a protocol of taking some foods off. Low FODMAP is a great way to start that and start figuring it out what it is that's giving you the irritation. That it's going to give you Coach K. It's the code, all caps. It's going to give you $60 off your first 3 orders.
Orders.
Yes. And yes, people, that's it. We're done for this week. We thank you for being here with us. We appreciate you listening to us and sharing your time with us. That's important to us. Without you, we wouldn't be really here talking. So we appreciate your time. If you think that would be cool to share with friends and someone that would be interested in this type of things that we do here, or to listen to what we talk, share with them, help us make people know about us. That would be super helpful to us. And we thank you. And we hope you have an amazing week.
Boom. Be awesome.